Today I wrote a very bad, unscalable front-end code in JavaScript. I'm gonna talk to you about it in a minute. What's up, y'all? This is Hussein Nasser from iGeometry Podcast, and welcome to today's podcast, everybody. So I feel like actually sharing this is actually cool. So none of us is actually perfect programmers, right? So we make mistakes, and actually I want to talk about this mistake that I made in one of the codes I've been writing for a while. So I've been writing this game called, in the process of learning JavaScript and more cool stuff, I actually wanted to build a game in order to learn JavaScript. So the latest version, HTML6, so promises and all that cool stuff. Yes. So I started writing the game, and I'm gonna simplify it for you. So it's alien invasion. So think about this, right? So I have one class in JavaScript called alien fleet, and there's another class called alien, right? So to create an alien object, I will basically send a request to the server to write to a MongoDB database, right? Just to write the name of that alien, just like a random ID, global ID, and then comes back with that to say, hey, I persisted that. So I needed to create a fleet, right? And I wanted an interface for that. So I built some small interface there. So I would say, give me how many fleets do you want? No, 1 fleet, 3, 4, 5, and then how many aliens in each fleet, right? I wanted that, do that. So I started doing that. It was like 1 and then 10 aliens per fleet. So I would create, and then I noticed that promises are getting sent, all this cool stuff, data is getting written, but I wanted something in the front end to show me the progress. So what I did, so I said, okay, for each alien fleet, I want to create some sort of a progress bar, right, to show me the progress of all the aliens that are being created. So if you have one alien fleet, we're gonna create 1 alien, 2, gonna get a two progress bar, and as I create them, I will basically go and request the database, and since it's beautifully asynchronous and non-blocking, users are happy, I can see my stuff, I can still work with the interface without actually blocking the requests are getting in the backend. So what I forgot, actually, okay, I did not scale that code, right? Because I didn't actually, that was a mistake in my end, and I didn't think about, okay, what if I want to create 100 fucking fleets, right? So what I did, I was like, okay, what will happen is let me create 100 fleets, and each fleet has like 1,000 aliens. Opa! What happened here is my application literally hung. Chrome died. It says, what are you doing? You're creating 100 progress bars, and you're updating constantly these 100 progress bars through basically the means of promises. It did not scale very well, so I did not think about adding that. So that was my mistake, basically. My application did not scale. I tried it with 1 or 3 or 4 fleets, but I didn't try it with more than that. So I need to re-architect the front end, and I did I think a user interface. That is really ironic that I actually talked about user interfaces today in a podcast, and I did the same mistake, right? But yeah, guys, what do you think? Right, so I'm gonna re-architect it to have 1 big progress bar, and the other progress bar will show the actual creating of the alien. So it's a limited interface. So this is just like something I would like to share, and I'm sure that some of you will hit this at some point, unless you're really genius. You never make mistakes. But yeah, I'd like to talk about my stupid stuff sometime. How about that, guys? All right, guys. yeah, hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm gonna see you on the next one. Stay awesome. Just thought about another thing actually. So I might actually change that REST endpoint. Instead of taking and persisting one alien, I need to think about taking multiple records, right? So it's like instead of making, in our case, 1,000 aliens per fleet, that's 1,000 requests. Maybe we're gonna make the application, the REST endpoint, to take multiple objects so it can persist them at once. So minimizing the round trips, the chattiness between the database. But I need to think as well, how much can I send in a single request? See, think about this. You cannot just free form that. I think there's a flaw in the interface itself. The user experience is flawed. I should probably produce some sort of a drop-down list. It's just like, screw you, you cannot create 1,000 aliens. You have this drop-down list. You can either create 5 aliens per fleet, 10, 20, 35, or 40. And I will smartly pick those. So after I analyze my traffic and see how big can my MongoDB take at a time, and requests and all the resources and all this stuff, right? Because this will be a REST endpoint. You need to think, like, you cannot slam 1,000 GUIDs into a single request. That will be huge, and that in itself will congest your network, right? So you gotta think about all this when you're architecting stuff, right? It's really interesting stuff. What do you think, guys? Now we're gonna see you in the next one with more software engineering by example, guys. You take care. Goodbye.